Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video, like you can tell from the title, is going to be my July favorites. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the products which I've been absolutely loving in the month of July. Now do keep in mind that I am not talking about absolutely every single product that I've been loving in the month, because I feel like some of them I have constantly been showing you in my review videos and like other videos of mine, and I didn't want to mention them again and talk about them again and like sound like a broken record. So yeah, I just picked and chose a few products, but keep in mind that in a different video, if I have mentioned that a product is a favorite, and if I am recommending a product, then it means that I recommend it and it is a favorite and it's something that I'm constantly using. So keep that in mind. But yeah, now let's dive right in and talk about some of the products that I picked and chose. First, let's talk about the OGX Renewing Plus Moroccan Oil of Morocco Penetrating Oil for all hair types. Now this is something, if you have been a viewer of YouTube videos for a while, like for maybe like 2 or 3 years at least, this is a product that you would have seen in so many different YouTubers videos, like maybe 2 or 3 years back or so. I remember when I had just started watching YouTube videos. I'm pretty sure I didn't even have a channel back then. I used to see everyone talk about this, and back then I was like in junior college and I didn't have like 600-700 bucks. I'm not sure what the price of this is, because the price tag was in the outer packaging. But yeah, back then I couldn't spend like 600-700 rupees on like a hair serum, which is why I never bought it. But now that my hair is colored, like you can tell, I feel like my hair is a little bit drier, and that's why I tend to like splurge a little bit more on hair care products, especially if I'm getting a good, like a really good hair care product, something that is going to help my hair a lot. And that's the reason I decided to pick up this one, and I do have to say that I really like it. I love the smell of this as well. I can't really describe it, but it's like it smells amazing is what I can tell you. If this is available at a store near you, like I bought this from a beauty supply store, so if you can get this at a beauty supply store near you, then do check it out. I'm not sure about the online availability, because I feel like on Nykaa every single OGX product is always out of stock. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find this for you on Nykaa or not. I'm going to check on Amazon as well, and I'm going to try and link it for you guys. But let me just tell you, I love how this smells. I love how my hair feels after I use this, and it's just a great hair serum. So if you don't mind splurging a little bit more, I know Livon is something that all of us love a lot, but I do have to say that if you do want to splurge on a hair care product and get something that would do really good things for your hair, then definitely get this. And a little goes a very long way with this. So I mean, you can tell I've used this much of it in a month, and this bottle is gonna probably last me for like 4 to 6 months maybe. So yeah, even though I'm spending like 600, which to me is a little bit too much even now for a hair serum, but I feel like it's a good value because it's gonna last a long time. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next, something that I have mentioned in so many videos recently. I mentioned this in my last video. You're gonna see this in my morning skincare routine. You're gonna see this in another video as well. This is a product that's gonna make an appearance quite a bit on my channel in the next few months. But this is the Trycone Wi-Fi and Blue Light Radiation Protection Ultra Matte Dry Touch Sunscreen Gel SPF 60 PA Triple Plus. This is the sunscreen that I got sometime in July. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was the beginning of July, because I feel like I've been using this for a long time now. And I do have to say, I love the consistency of this. I used it today morning as well. It feels like a nice whipped moussey texture. I know they do say it's a gel, but it's not like a typical gel. Like if you have ever used the Lotus UV Screen Matte Gel or any typical like gel sunscreen, this does not have a similar consistency. It's different. It's white when you like squeeze the product out, but it's not like those creamy white sunscreens that leave a white cast and that you have to keep massaging for like 5 minutes for it to get absorbed into the skin. It's not like that. It's somewhere in between. It'll work for you no matter what your skin type is. And I feel like it's very rare that you might be disappointed with this product. It's something that everyone will like, I feel like. So yeah, I definitely had to mention this one. And talking about this, before I got the Trycone sunscreen, I had this one lying in my collection. So it was maybe end of June or beginning of July. I don't remember when I started using this, but the first time I used it, I knew this was gonna become a favorite holy grail product. It's the Blossom Culture Aroma Magic Aloe Vera Sunscreen Gel, Broad Spectrum UVA and UVB. By the way, I forget to mention, sometimes both of these are physical sunscreens. I know a lot of people don't like chemical sunscreens and they prefer physical sunscreens, and it's difficult to find a good gel sunscreen that is a physical sunscreen or a mineral sunscreen. Physical and mineral sunscreen is basically the same thing. This one has titanium dioxide and this one has zinc oxide. Both of them are physical filters. So yeah, this one is similar in consistency to the Lotus UV screen matte gel that I just spoke about. It's that clear gel and it's an SPF of 20. So I feel like, if you're going to be out in the sun, or even if you're at home from you're doing a skincare in the morning and you're going to be at home all day, I feel like an SPF 20 is not enough. But if you are going to step out and then you're going to come back home and then take a shower, especially now that we're still in the middle of a pandemic. I know things are slowly starting to fade, but whenever I step out the house, after I come back in, I definitely make sure that I take a shower immediately. So if I'm putting sunscreen on before I leave the house, I don't feel like I want to use an SPF 60 or even an SPF 50. I feel like I want to use something with a lower SPF because I'm going to wash it off in an hour or two any which ways. So yeah, that's the reason I like to use this one. And when I didn't have my higher SPF 50, 60, etc., I used to use this and I used to reapply every 2 to 3 hours. And I feel like this is really good even to reapply. Your skin doesn't feel, there is that feeling that you get when you reapply your skincare product, especially sunscreen. If your skin tends to get a little shiny, a little oily throughout the day, I feel like if you're going to wash off your face and then you're going to reapply it might not be the most ideal. So I feel like with this I don't necessarily have to wash my face and then reapply. I can just directly apply it. It does not feel icky. It's a little difficult to describe, and I feel like I'm not using the right words, but I do have to say that I really like this. I also repurchased it recently because I feel like I have maybe this much left in the tube and I'm going to run out of it very soon. So I did buy, in fact, the bigger size in my Nykaa haul, which was a couple of videos ago. But yeah, really like this stuff as well. And last but not the least, I have the Plum Green Tea Alcohol Free Toner. This is a product that I rediscovered. If you've been, following me for over a year, maybe even 2 years, you might know the infamous story when I had my first bottle and I was traveling. I believe it was a college trip or something, and I spilled my bottle all over my luggage, and it was a new bottle. It was a pretty new fresh bottle, and then I had repurchased it because I was really liking it. But then after I repurchased it, I didn't even open it, and this is that repurchased bottle. So I've had this for a very long time in my collection. In fact, it's going to expire pretty soon. So that was what made me open this again and start using it. And now when I started using it, I actually discovered that this product actually has glycolic acid as well in it, which makes it a chemical exfoliation toner, and it has a very tiny amount of glycolic acid. Plum mentioned in one of their Instagram stories that it has less than 1% of glycolic acid. So it's a really nice, very gentle form of a chemical exfoliation toner, something that is great for beginners. So yeah, since I discovered it, I wanted to mention it as well. I do want to say though that because the concentration is so less of chemical exfoliation, the percentage of glycolic acid is so less, you're not going to see great results or anything with it. But I think it's great to see if your skin is reacting well to chemical exfoliants or not. There are always ingredients that if it might work really well for me, but it might not work very well for you. So it's always good that when you're just starting into, or if using an ingredient for the first time, use something that is going to be relatively milder and more gentle. So yeah, if you've never used a chemical exfoliation product and you want to start, this is one of the things that you could consider instead of buying a Pixie Glow Tonic or anything that has 5% or 10% concentration of a chemical exfoliation acid. Instead of that, you can start with this, and or if you've already used this, like I feel like because this is such a popular product, a lot of you guys have actually used this as well. And yeah, I feel like if you have used this, you can now move on and proceed to start using something that has a higher concentration. So yeah, that was that. And those were all the beauty products that I wanted to talk about in my favorites. And now let's move on to talking about some shows actually on Netflix that I've been really enjoying, which I also wanted to mention. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, then you would definitely like recognize some of these, because I have been talking about them on my Instagram stories throughout the month. But Sweet Magnolias on Netflix is probably one of the best shows that I have watched in a very, very, very long time. I love the plot, I love the characters, especially Carson, which is Tyler, and Annie, and her real name is Annie Lee something. I don't want to butcher her name, but Ty and Annie are my favorite couple. And you have to watch the show to know what I'm talking about. But it's such a sweet show. It's like family, and it's like not exactly a chick flick, but it's like a really easy to watch kind of a show. And then there was also Gilmore Girls, which I'm pretty sure I discovered. Like I've heard people talking about this show for like years. It's a very, very old show, and it's like one of those shows like Friends and How I Met Your Mother, which used to be aired on TV, like American television, and now it's coming to like OTT platforms and everything. And I'm pretty sure it's been on Netflix also for a very long time. But I think I saw someone watch like a rerun of Gilmore Girls, and I was like, you know what, I've been hearing so much about the show for so long, so let me go ahead and watch it. And I started watching it, and the first 4 seasons I was hooked. But then after the first 4 seasons, I was like, I'm not really sure, do I want to continue watching this? I don't like how the story is progressing. So I took a break for maybe like a week or so, and then I was like, I'm the kind of person, if I'm watching a YouTube video, I will watch the video from start to end. I don't like watch half the video. I just feel like it's incomplete. So if I'm ever watching anything, it can be a YouTube video, it can be a movie or TV show, whatever. If I start watching it, I have to finish the whole thing, because if I don't finish the whole thing, it's just something that I'm like, okay, I have to finish this. It's like that urge. So I was like, there are 3 more seasons. Let me give season 5 a try. Let me see how the show goes. And I really liked season 5 once I restarted like watching it. And then I watched 5, 6, and 7 within like a week. And now they have a newer like Netflix original, which is called Gilmore Girls: A Year in My Life, which is basically the show 10 years after once like season 7 ended. So like season 7, and then 10 years later, what the story is like, and what the life of the Gilmore Girls is like, is what this 4 episode, it's like 4 episodes, but each episode is like 1.5 hour long. So it's like you're watching 4 movies. And you have to, if you have a Netflix subscription, you definitely have to like check out this show. And I feel like depending on what genre you really like, you might like the show, you might not like the show. I really like the original show, but then Gilmore Girls: A Year in My Life, I'm not sure. But like where they left it, like the cliffhanger, like by the way, I mention, no I didn't, the cliffhanger in Sweet Magnolias, like episode 10, I don't want to give any spoilers, but when they left me at that cliffhanger, my heart was in my mouth. So let me just tell you that when you start watching it, keep that in mind and be aware of what you're getting yourself into, because season 2 is not going to come anytime soon. And it's something that is, I'm like eagerly waiting to see what happens in Sweet Magnolia season 2. And it's kind of a similar situation when it comes to the Gilmore Girls: A Year in Their Life. I think it's a very similar cliffhanger that they have left us at, and I'm waiting to see the second part of that, which is also probably going to come maybe next year. I don't know, even though I didn't like season 1, but I'm waiting to see what season 2 has. So yeah, I've been talking about these shows for way too long, and yeah, that was it for this video. I know I didn't have a lot of products to talk about, but we still ended up making a video which is like 15 minutes long. So I'm gonna go now. I really hope that you enjoy this video and you enjoyed me talking about some of my favorites. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely make sure that if you're new to my channel, then subscribe before you leave and hit on the bell button to get to know every single time I post a new video. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.